it's Sabini again with another episode of Beanie Bits. Today, the question is, do you know what is blocking you? Would you like to know? Um, when I was first asked this question, I was like, well, what do you mean what's blocking me? You know, um, and I wasn't thinking internally, I was all thinking externally, people, circumstances, whatever. Um, But that's not what's blocking us. No, it's inside. We are blocking ourselves. You are blocking yourself. And this morning on our study call with the Napoleon Hill Institute, it's the question was asked is like, how big is your belief? And then, the challenge is believe bigger. I was like, what do you mean believe bigger? I believe, I believe I can achieve things, but is it big enough? It's like once the first obstacle comes, do we stop? I used to. I was like, oh, this is too hard. I don't want to do. I can't do this. And I give up on myself because I didn't believe enough in myself and my abilities and what I'm capable of. Does that sound familiar? You know, how big is your belief in you? It doesn't matter the outside circumstances. It doesn't matter all the stuff that's going on the outside. It's inside. How big is your belief? How big is your heart? How big is your faith in yourself? That is the question. And it's like once I sat with that for a little bit this morning after the call, and it's like, wow, it's not big enough. It needs to get bigger. So that way, when another obstacle comes from the outside, I can just look at it and it's like, huh, isn't that interesting? But it's like, I know I can overcome this. It's like, what are the things that you have overcome so far in your life? I know I've overcome a ton, right? And why is that? Because I believed I could. I said I believed I could. And once we have that belief and that faith and trust, that we can. Henry Ford said it, and I love this quote: whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. You're right. So if you believe you can do something, you go at it and you go with it, and you will not give up until you achieved it. But if you have to do something and you don't believe you can do it, are you really putting your full effort into it? Are you really going full strength? Or are you giving up at the first sign of adversity? At the first sign when it gets a little hard? Or do you keep going? It's like, you know what? I can do this. I believe I can do this. There is a way. And here's a little secret. There's always a way. There's always a way. Every problem has a solution. And I love referring back to Thomas Edison. It took him 10,000 tries, 10,000 tries to invent the incandescent light bulb. Imagine if he would have given up, but he believed he can do it. He believed that it is possible. And to him, he didn't look at it 10,000 failures. He just said, I found 10,000 ways it didn't work. But look at all the other things that he discovered along the way, right? So, but his belief was so big, and his trust and his faith was so big that he could do it. And he did. Imagine what you can accomplish if you truly believed that you can. Then there are no blocks. Then you just look at those blocks and you laugh. By the way, laughing is a very, very good exercise to do in the face of adversity, even though when you don't feel like it. And the first time I heard it, I was like, you're right. There's nothing to laugh about. There's no, I'm broken, I'm hurting, and all of these things. But then it's like, what did I have to lose? I had nothing to lose. So I was like, you know what? I've tried all the other stuff. Let me just laugh at it. And you know what? It changed the way I saw the problem, the issue. Suddenly it wasn't so big anymore. And what that did at the same time, my belief went up. The fear went way down. The frustration went way down, but my belief that I can overcome increased so much. It is amazing. So the question really is, are you believing big enough? Think about that. I'm going to leave you with that for the weekend. Hey, y'all, welcome to reach out. And I would love to have your comments to see. It's a gauge for me too, to see it's like, hey, is this actually a value what I'm bringing to you? I think it is, but you're the audience. So leave me a comment. If you like what we do, hop over onto our YouTube channel, happinessmatters.tv, and just subscribe to it and share it with your friends and everybody you think you could find value in this. So, and I'll be back on Monday. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.